What's up, Alphas? It's your boy Alphas May, and this movie was garbage. Tyler Perry should be arrested for what he did in this film. We're gonna get into it, but for a second, we got to give applause. And applause is for you. I see you, Alphas. For 1 second, can you go in the comments and give a fellow Alpha a wow, Zam? Let's get in this horrible movie. You know what I mean? This movie, Duplicity, 2025's Tyler Perry film on Amazon Prime, was so bad. I felt the need to go into a group chat of people who don't care and tell them Tyler Perry should be arrested for making this film. This film is that awful. Let's get into some of the things. The music ain't bad. The camera work, the filmography, videography, it was okay. The acting was pretty good. So, Zell, what makes it bad then? What makes it terrible? Let me tell you what makes it terrible. The entire writing of this film made no sense. It was written awfully. Whoever wrote this should never write again. Tyler, if you wrote this, you should never stop writing. I know I'm doing Beauty is Black, and I like Beauty is Black. But this made me forget everything you did in Beauty is Black. It reminds me of your old films that you put out that were so awful that I forgot. The only reason this movie not getting a zero all over everything is because the acting was decent, the sound was decent, everything. It wasn't done horribly. But if it was just on the writing, the pure confusion, the lack of sense that this movie made, it would be incredible. And I say all like that he should be in jail, all that's in jest. I like Tyler Perry. He's hit or miss with me a lot of times, right? He is very hit or miss, but I have to be objective and I had to put a little bit extra on it because this movie made me feel that way. This movie made me feel horrible because of how it was written. The movie is about mostly a lawyer named Marley. This is who most of the focus on the movie about. You figure it would be on Fayla, her best friend, who lost her husband Rodney to police violence, right? Because that's what happens in the movie. Kevin takes this police officer. Somehow he's not the captain or anything like that. He takes this police officer and he literally goes, right? And to a different, we find out it's a different zone, but he takes him, this trainee, this young officer saying he's not ready and I'm going to train you today. This is, first off, it's weird because I'm like, he's not the police chief. He doesn't make decisions like that. I've never said, listen, I have a lot of family in police force. I've never heard of any of them telling me they can just take a rookie and be like, you're going to scout with me without the commissioner or one of the police chiefs giving the okay for it to happen. He's supposed to be trained with somebody else and going somewhere else. So it starts off weird. I'm like, what is that? That has never happened before. I assumed he was the chief at first. So he takes them on this route, right? Now we go back, we see Marley, Fayla. They're with Rodney and I forgot the other guy's name. He's played by Tyler Lepley. He's a former cop, a private investigator. He tells Rodney he doesn't like him. His name on the dating site was Kevin. We found out later. So I don't really remember his name because I start thinking he's Kevin because he has all kind of names apparently. And he apparently we find out later because this ain't important. So I'm gonna say it now. He likes the person that Rodney's cheating on Fayla with. So they go and they have this dinner. Rodney continues his run, and he's running a certain route, probably to meet old girl. And this white lady, Beatrice, gets a phone call saying this black man is about to rob somebody. First off, Beatrice should know that some random person telling you that somebody's running behind your house is about to rob you is interesting. It's very weird. And I don't know why she didn't tell the police this when she called the police, Like this random woman told me that somebody is gonna run around here at this time. Like they didn't know. Like who? Like first off, it should be suspicious that somebody can call you and tell you that somebody's about to rob somebody. That is the most strangest phone call you can get. Hey, it's a black man about to run behind your house. He's about to rob you. Like, how do you know this? Has he done it before? Is there a string of robbers around? Wouldn't your neighbors tell you there's a robber been coming around town? You would have an inclination, right? You'd be like, who is this and why are you telling me this? But they needed Beatrice, who was not a racist woman, it seemed, to be gullible and not ask questions. Okay. Rodney goes on his owl, and then Kevin and his person was called Carl. I forgot his name. Listen, names wasn't important in this movie. I didn't even bother writing them down because it didn't matter because my head was hurt. I couldn't focus. He runs up, he stops him, says he's robbing somebody. He pulls the stereo out of his hand, they shoot him. Okay, this case should be a lot easier. As even Kevin admitted in the scene later on, and when she's like, it looked like he had a gun. Even a private investigator boyfriend was like he had a gun. So that's the premise of the movie. He shoots Rodney, an innocent black man who was just running on his route, because someone clearly set it up. And for some reason, no reporter asked questions. Because Marley, who is the reporter, Fela, who is the reporter, didn't bother to ask the white woman who called in what happened. Like, everybody like she's racist, but no one ever asked her why did she call the police and why did she just see the black man running? That we did everybody just assume what was happening. There's a lot of things about this movie. So it goes through the movie, blah blah blah, a bunch of fake crying and tears. Marley's upset. Marley's trying to. She's a high powered attorney. She's gonna get justice for the innocent black man, right? The innocent black man. She's gonna get justice for. And he goes through the entire movie, little things. He shows up. Somebody jumps out the window. They assume it's him again, stalking Fela. That's some bunch of a lot of weird assumptions to try to make him look guilty. And we get it to where Fela wins a $15 million deal, right? They settled. So she get her $15 million. They settled. She got her money. She moves away, but Marley ain't heard from her in months. It's the strangest thing. Like, this is literally your best friend. You want her money, and she doesn't speak to you for a month? Why are you not questioning life right now? Your best friend moved away. Oh, she's sad. No, she's literally my best friend. The film literally states we are best friends. How do you not know your best friend moved? Or maybe y'all been friends for a while. Whatever. If you be friends and I win you $15 million, you gonna speak to me, right? A bunch of weird things happen in this movie. Marley gets kidnapped by Carl and his black wife and some random white woman who I felt was so weird and was just here as a placeholder to tell us that Kevin is a bad guy, but she's talking about the other light skinned fellow who put on his dating app. His name is Kevin, which is named after the police officer who was Kevin. Like, why did y'all add that? Why was he Kevin and not? We found that out later, by the way, but it's so ridiculous. I had to think about it. But I just thought about that. Really, as I wrote it down and thought about it, and now I'm thinking about it actual time. Why would you name yourself after another person in your group who is committing the scam? Yes, it's a scam for everybody. I don't know. She tells her she has recordings of Kevin and Kevin, apparently, setting this scam up to somehow perfectly set this white man up to shoot Rodney. Somehow. They perfectly planned it, obviously. And she gets the tape and she's in the house and she finds out they're bad. That Kevin and Kevin, I'm just call Kevin and Kevin, they're bad people. So she runs to the door and the door is locked. And she's telling Kevin, the shorter black man in the movie, the police officer, to unlock the door. She's inside the house. She's inside the house. If you zoom in, you can see that you can unlock the door from the inside. I have no clue how she couldn't get out the house. I know Kevin showed the key that she couldn't get it, that she couldn't get to her car. But she didn't say, "Give me my key." She said, "Let me out the house." And when there's a lock on the door in which you can get out. So in my mind, I want to play it as fake and fantasy that, oh, that wasn't there for the sake of the story. Because I did zoom in to see it. I had to get on my phone on Amazon Prime and do my own zoom in. But so that's the first off is you can't have a door with the lock on the inside where you have to have the key. It's literally illegal. It's a safety hazard, and you would probably look like a very big creep to have that in your house. But the thing is, why would you put your front door, as a way that you can't get out with the key from the inside? When if I almost lost my mind. If it was a fire, if it was a fire, and the keys behind the fire, you couldn't get to it. You couldn't get out your house unless you jumped through the window. It makes no sense. It's the stupidest thing ever. That's why no one ever did it. Even criminals only have a door that's locked. So why she can't get out the house? I don't know. They had to do it for plot. They had to do it for plot. She had to get kidnapped and drugged. But Kevin is stupid, so apparently he didn't drug her hard enough. And she wakes up, and we find out Fila's part of the team. She got her 50 million. She got this big house with Kevin. And she want to get rid of Rodney for maybe cheating, because the old girl said he didn't cheat with her. So they on a boat, and they about to throw her in the sea. They about to tie an anchor to her wrist and throw her to the bottom. She sinks to the bottom. But one of them Coast Guards come up, tell her they can't be in the lake at this time. And he sees her body, and she's had an anchor to her around her and her arm, which I thought they put around her. They said they put it around her hips, but they put it around her arms. But they kept saying right around her waist. So they shoots the police officer, which I thought was stupid. Then he floats up, and they start panicking after they throw her in the water. And apparently she can breathe underwater for like a long time because she's obviously Michael Phelps. And she swims like a god. And she can, while drugged and underwater, can somehow, the water magically woke her up from her drugging, which that doesn't happen. And she can untie anchor around her supposed to be stomach, but her wrist, only the only part we saw she untangled. And she can swim like Michael Phelps. And she shoots him with a flare gun. And we find out, and she tells everybody it's a scam. They scammed everybody. Which I think the premise of using the police to shoot an innocent man, because the police officer shot an innocent man, regardless of if it was plotted or not. He still shot him. It wasn't a good look, right? This police was so untrained that a man pull out a stereo, he shot him. Like, even if it was set up for that to happen, why did he do it? It's not a good look. And then it made black people look like that black people could set up to get millions of dollars from listening. I'm like, who does this help? It doesn't help the police, because innocent black man did get shot by a police officer. It was set up by a police officer and a former police officer. It was set up by the police for the police to shoot the police. It doesn't help the police. And then it doesn't have black people, because the black people are setting up the white police officer to kill the black man. Like, what? Why was this made? Who wrote this? Who thought this was a good idea? And why are we Midnight Shyamalan? We hate Midnight Shyamalan movie now because it's unnecessarily stupid. Even though his ideas are better, because I don't know how you was gonna make this work. This was an awful premise. And I'm not just gonna diss Tyler Perry, because when I give you my Beauty and Black review next year, unless it goes downhill in the second season, it's gonna be a wonderful rave reviews for Tyler Perry. This one is not getting it from me. This is not getting it from me. I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you this movie is good. I'm not gonna encourage you to see it. And I support the black man. That's the reason I watched it, because I support them. Listen, if you just support black people and a black man doing film, you're gonna watch it like I did. And you're gonna give a review like I did. But I will never get on here and lie for you. That's something I'm not gonna do. And this movie was awful. It was horrendous. It made no sense. At least sometimes I could get the goal of the movie, like, oh, it's teaching this lesson. I get it. Horribly executed, but I get it. I don't even get what the lesson of this movie was. It made zero sense. Would I recommend this movie? No, it's awful. No, but Support Tyler Perry. He got a studio. I want more films from him. Maybe we can get some more Beauty of Black. I don't know. I'm telling y'all to support this movie. I'm telling y'all not to watch it. But I'm trying to tell you also. I'm trying to be nice, but real at the same time by telling you to watch it, but don't. Like and subscribe. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what else do I have. This movie took it out of me. I don't know what else to tell you. It's, I don't know what else to tell you. I do appreciate y'all for watching though. So in that case, all I have to do is say peace and remember to keep stumping because why? Something amazing will happen. Peace.